Hey, it's me, Roger Daltrey, and I'm here with another exciting unboxing video for you. As I've mentioned before, I'm doing the Lou Reed Original Album Classics box sets, so don't forget to check out Volume 1, and also check out Foreigner the Complete Atlantic Studio Albums 1977 to 1991. So today, I am doing for you the second Lou Reed box set. But before I get into that one, there's a few facts I forgot to discuss in Volume 1. I forgot to discuss that Dick Wagner, who played for Ace Frehley on the Kiss album Destroyer on some songs, played on the Berlin album. Because I heard in a Kiss autobiography, it said mainly he was a guy called Dick Wagner who played with the Lou Reed band. And also, Bob Kulick played on Coney Island Baby. And he played on some Kiss tracks like All American Man, Larger Than Life, and Rockin' the USA. And originally was going to be their guitar player at first, which is quite exciting. And I thought Bob Kulick was great. He played on Coney Island Baby. So, as you already know, the title of this show, you've seen Volume 1. It's obviously my favourite. I love that one so much because all my favourites are in that. So, as you already know, I'm doing the second one today, and it is Lou Reed Original Album Classics Volume 2. But before I begin, as I begin now, I'm going to hand you over to Roger, and he's going to do all the showings of the unboxings for you, and he's going to show all the albums in the box set for you, and then I shall see you for Volume 3. Okay? Take it away, Roger. Why, thank you, Roger. So here it is, Lou Reed Original Album Classics Volume 2, the second box set in the RCA Albums Collection Trilogy. And I also forgot to mention that Lou Reed released a new box set called the RCA and Artista Albums Collection. Came out about 3 weeks ago, and it contains all the albums up until Mistrial. I should have probably gotten that box set, so then I get to hear the Metal Machine music. But unfortunately, we don't get to hear it, and as I said in Volume 1, the album's pure noise, and it's the lowest on the Lou Reed discography. If you count some collaborative albums, I would put Metal Machine music under the worst Lou Reed album, which is, well, you'll wait until I do my review on it. And it's not going to be for a while because the Lou Reed album I like the least is way ahead in a future review. But anyway, here it is, Lou Reed Original Album Classics Volume 2, and again, we get another 5 studio albums in here. So basically, we are continuing on from Coney Island Baby. So I shall show you all around the box front and back, and we'll go ahead and go through everything here. And this video is dedicated to the same person, Lee McCarthy, whose alter ego is Lou Reed, and this will also be a tribute video to Lou Reed, because 3 years ago on Thursday, he passed away. So this video is kind of in honour of Lou Reed, because I was very upset to hear about his passing. And I found out about his death on the 9 o'clock news, and it was just after I watched The X Factor, which I don't watch nowadays, and I was kind of a bit embarrassed to look at the X Factor judges, especially some of the female ones, because I think one of the female judges was on that, and I think that was one of the girls I fancied when I was younger. But anyway, I'm going to show you all around the box now, and we'll go ahead and go through everything here. So as you saw in Volume 1, we got Lou Reed, Berlin, Transformer, Sally Can Dance, and Coney Island Baby. This time, we get Rock and Roll Animal, Rock and Roll Heart, Street Hassle, The Bells, and Growing Up in Public. And now I'll show you around the box. So at the top it says Lou Reed, bottom it says Lou Reed, and on the side it says Lou Reed. And then there's the albums in there. There's 5 albums in there, but this time only 4 of them are studio. But anyway, let's get into the albums. So, ooh, out we come. Oh yeah, that was good. Now we put the box to the side, and now let's dive into them. So here's the first one, Rock and Roll Animal from 1974. And what's very weird about this one is that it's a live album, and that's why I said that you only get 4 albums in the box this time. And front cover on this, he reminds me of Marilyn Manson nearly with that awful makeup on. And that's quite cool. And even on the back as well, he looks like Marilyn Manson too. And this live album contains 4 tracks he did with the Velvet Underground, and they were Sweet Jane, Heroin, White Light, White Heat, and Rock and Roll. and the others must have been some songs that he did in the solo career. Now I'll get the discs out because again all the discs look the same. Come on, I'll just get them out for you. I'll just give you a sample of it as always. I'll just go like that. Hang on, I'll pull it out just a little bit more. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Animal. Okay. One of the coolest live albums of all time. And very freaky album cover. That's quite weird. That's Rock and Roll Animal. So now we go on to the studio album. So here is the first one in this one. Rock and Roll Heart. 1976. Or you could commonly call this the Blue Album. And yeah, it's a cool album cover at the back as well. The songs like a song called Vicious Circle is kind of similar to the title on Vicious from Transformer. And Banging on My Drum feels like the Stone Roses track She Bangs the Drums, which is quite cool. And I love how it's all blue. It kind of feels like that he's a ghost nearly, which he is a ghost nowadays because of his passing, and also painful passing too. And he looks very serious. It's a bit similar to the album cover of Bob Seger's Night Moves, which I'm a fan of his, by the way. I love the cover. It's very awesome. So that's Rock and Roll Heart for you. Up next is my favourite album cover of the bunch, Street Hassle, from 1978. And I have to say, his glasses look cool, and on the front of the box, it's the exact same on the front of the box with this album cover. He looks very cool to me on the front with his glasses and a little bit of a star there on his sunglasses. He reminds me of my tutor that I had in first, second and third year, and now I'm in sixth year. And in case people are wondering how am I getting on in sixth year, I don't think I find it very interesting, because it's the decline of my school years. And in a few months' time, the 6 years and most of my 6 years are going to the Debs. I mean the pre-Debs, but I won't be going to that. I'll just be going to the Debs, where I get to wear a suit. And I haven't decided who am I going to bring, but I know for sure. But I know for sure I have to wear a suit. And I don't think I'm going to mention the names just in case my dad and mom are watching this, or as my dad would say to me, "Now you're talking gibberish." But anyway, cool front cover and back cover. The song, Give Me Some Good Times, feels like it rips off Sweet Jane nearly with those opening lyrics. Standing on the corner, suitcase in my hand. Jackson Skull said Jane is in her vest, and me, I'm in a rock and roll band. They use those lyrics, and they use a lot of bad language in that song, like shit and all. And yeah, it's very good. One of my favourite album covers of all time. When I'm doing the official rock music vlogs in the future, I will do a video where I rank these covers from my least favourite to my favourite, and this would be in the top 5. That is Street Hassle for you. Get back into the box. Now we come to the closing album of the 1970s, The Bells. 1979. And cool back cover. He looks like one of the members of Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band during the Darkest on the Edge of Town era, which I got in my calendar for 2011, or for 2012 even. It was a Christmas present in 2011. And I love how he has the mirror in front where he's looking very artistic and very majestic, because he is a very majestic figure, I think. And inside, really good album cover, and the back cover too. The song Stupid Man is a bit like the Rolling Stones song Stupid Girl, like same title, but obviously it's different compared to what we've seen. Now, I bought this box set in a Tower the other day for €17, so 5 albums for 17, so really cheap, in my opinion. I was going to get it for €20, but my dad stopped me because I don't want to have to keep wasting money. Yeah, that's cool. That's The Bells. So now, we finished 1970s, and now we come to the final record in this box set and the first of the 80s. Growing Up in Public from 1980. Very depressing album cover in my opinion. and on the back cover it must be his band, and one of the guys there reminds me of Dan Federici of Bruce Springsteen's band. The song How Do You Speak to an Angel is a bit similar to the Talking Heads' Thank You for Sending Me an Angel. And My Old Man has been a title for several artists like Joni Mitchell, and even Neil Young had Old Man from his album Harvest. The cool thing about this album cover is that he looks quite different now compared to others, because Lou Reed was kind of starting to go downhill after this era, which was in the 80s, and people don't really follow people's career in the 80s. But anyway, that is Growing Up in Public. So there you go, that is Lou Reed Original Album Classics Volume 2. While I'm only in a few minutes here, so I'm going to just tell you a few facts I think that should improve on this box set. Lou Reed Original Album Classics Volume 2 features 5 albums, but 4 only being studio. You can only put studio albums in this box set. It will only be original album live classics, so they would have put Rock and Roll Animal into the live box set. But anyway, that's what I think they should have improved on. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on Lou Reed Original Album Classics Volume 2. I hope you all enjoyed it. Stay tuned for my next unboxing video, which might be for Christmas time, where I get Blue Oyster Cult The Columbia Albums Collection, and Lou Reed Original Album Classics Volume 3, or otherwise the final one on the RCA Albums Collection, will take place in February after the mocks. And yeah, so if you have this box set already, and if you have Volume 1, definitely leave me a comment on what you think of Lou Reed Original Album Classics Volume 2, and stay tuned for the Blue Oyster Cult Columbia Albums Collection for Christmas time. And I might have to order from Amazon because it's not available here. And when I get Lou Reed Original Album Classics Volume 3, it's going to be a bit of a pain because that box set is very rare and I think I can only get it second hand. But anyway, thank you guys. Stay tuned for the Blue Oyster Cult Columbia Albums Collection box set at Christmas time. Take care. Bye bye.